Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen. I am playing today with a new view, and it won't always be like this, but I really want to show you making bone broth, what all goes in from this view. Again, playing with the camera and all that fun stuff. So I want to make chili tonight, and I was thinking, okay, I need some bone broth to make chili because I literally cannot make soups or anything like that without bone broth as the base anymore. So here we go. So I'll show you what I do first of all. Do you see this bag of like mushy vegetables that has now been thawing? I keep a bag in the freezer, and all of my odds and ends and leftover veggies and unusable parts, like I have some mushrooms that I didn't want to saute, the ends of some butternut squash, some stalks. I keep that all in a bag in the fridge and then throw it in the pot. Here are some turnip greens that again are looking a little sad that I left in the produce drawer for a little bit too long. I have some roughly chopped garlic. I've got some roughly chopped onions, so always garlic and onions are good to go in. And I'll show you what I'm adding. Just I needed to use up this celery, so this is the odds and ends go in this pot here. I had some ginger that was in the freezer. We're doing a little like immune boosting here. So again, I'm just adding in all this ginger. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've got some turmeric to add in as well. It's going to make like a nice golden color broth. Broth is helpful with digestive disorders. It is helpful with osteo and rheumatoid arthritis. It benefits psoriasis and eczema. It is fantastic for wound healing, for infectious disease. In fact, it has been called Polish penicillin and Jewish penicillin. So it is so delicious. Look at all this goodness that's in there, you guys. And none of this stuff is like new or bought. I have a pepper that needed something to do with, so I'm throwing that in. It's great for some nerve pain, for depression and mood orders. I need to start getting more iodine in my diet. So I'm trying something new and throwing in some seaweed. So I think I'm just gonna like rip it up. I had this in the pantry. So again, this is like cleaning out the fridge, cleaning out the freezer, cleaning out the pantry type of meal. And it's also really good for all those anti-aging wishes, like keeping your bones strong, keeping your joints movable and flexible, keeping your skin nice and supple. The last couple things I'm going to add, I have some dried shiitakes from our logs. So I'm just going to throw a handful of those in there. This is a slow food. This is a whole food. Nourish your bones. Bring you back from sickness goodness right here. I've added some spices. I've added some mushrooms for immune support. Now I have a couple peppercorns I'm going to throw in just to add, a little bit of spiciness and pepperiness. And then some mineral-rich salt. So I'm going to do a hefty 2 pinches of really good salt. And for the herbs, I always add about a handful or 2 of nettles, nature's multivitamin, just for that extra kick, the extra strength in there. And then the last thing I'm gonna add is astragalus. So this is astragalus. It's dried root. It's like very sweet and woodsy smelling. This is about a 1/4 cup or so. It is an adaptogen, so it helps your body adapt to stress. It helps to modulate and adapt your immune system, your nervous system, your endocrine system. It helps to balance blood sugar. It boosts immunity. And it's specific for adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue syndrome, asthma, allergies. So this is just a good pot of nourishing greatness for your body right here. Before we add the star of the show, I'm going to pour in about a couple tablespoons, maybe about a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar. Now we want that in there to help break down the bones and to help release the gelatin and all the cartilage and all that good stuff that's going to give us that nice jelly and that umami flavor. All right, so here we go. You can get bones from your butcher. You can get bones from your local farmer. Make sure that they are pastured and you know where they come from. These are beef bones and they're frozen. Now I'm doing the fast, quick, simple way here. Some people will let them thaw or get them fresh and roast them. And I like to do that when I have a little bit of extra time. And it just brings out the flavor and helps to release some of the cartilage and the gelatin that's like locked in there. But I am just going straight for the bones today. So you want a couple pounds. And something else you can also do is let your apple cider vinegar just sit with the bones for a little bit. And in cold water, don't turn it on yet. And again, it'll kind of start to extract along with the enzymes from the raw apple cider vinegar, start to extract everything. But we are going quick today. I'm making some chili in about 8 hours. Usually I'll let my broth go for about 24 hours. I like a really dense, nice, thick broth. But, you know, not everybody has that time, and that is a-okay. So I am just going to fill this pot with water. I'm going to turn it on low and let it go again for about 8 hours. You could do high for a little bit less, but I like the low and slow. This is slow food. So I may put a little bit more water in here, but you guys, that's it. Bone broth. You've got your bones, you have your leftover veggies, you have a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and some salt, and some herbs, and some mushrooms, and it is a fantastic way to nourish your gut, to nourish your immune system, to support your joints, and your mobility, and your skin. All of this being anti-inflammatory, and just really, really boosting. So you want to make sure to, look, it's already heating up already. I'm so excited. Get good bones from a farmer, a local farmer who you know and you trust where the bones are coming from. And really, you guys, when this is done, strain it, store it in the fridge. If you're storing it in the freezer, leave a little headspace so it can expand because it is liquid. I have definitely busted some jars before, but you can look at this. Again, I always say, you know, it's just good for you. You can see the green, the meat, the mushrooms, the herbs, and then use it, drink it straight, or use it as the base for some stocks or soups or stews. This time of year is perfect for all of this. So use what you have in your freezer or fridge or pantry. Have fun and play and make some delicious concoctions, and I'll be back.